Spidey, hello. So today we're gonna tell you a little story of how we all started. So first off, where did we start? Let's see. We started off with a paper thin tent. Is it like a weekend tent? Like
Yeah.
just paper, like those tent where you can feel the dew in the morning on the inside.
Those tents where you go to the superstore and then you have it on the shelf and you're like, this won't work.
Yeah.
But it only works in the summer.
Well, when we went to Yellowstone, it was summer. And it was freezing
Olive.
in July.
Hey. Oh.
Luckily, before we took this trip, my friend told me that it was snowing when she went up one summer. And I'm like, what? No, snow in July? So, but I just, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to listen to her. And so I did pack winter gear. So we went camping in July in Yellowstone, and it was freezing. We had a paper thin tent. We had a blowed up air mattress. It was cold. And then we also... Woo!
Stop it. Come here. Hey.
Well, where was I? I was trying to attack somebody. No.
She's undefensive.
She's just being defensive. Ooh, smoking coming my way. So where was I? So we started off with a paper thin tent and a sleeping bag that was like rated for what? 30 and above Fahrenheit. And what else? What was I saying? Oh, lost train of thought.
We went to Yellowstone and your friend told us to dress for him.
Oh yeah, so I packed up like a winter gear. Luckily I packed up the winter gear because the night that we spent there, it snowed and it was cold. It's freezing. I didn't believe her. But like on the way there, we went to, what is it? What is that mountain where everyone was skiing? We drove by. Beartooth Pass?
Somewhere around Beartooth.
So yeah. And they were like skiing in July. And like there's like it's cold and snow. We were not ready for it. So then after that we decided, you know what, we're gonna look into getting better gears. Just in case we go camping somewhere that it's gonna be freezing in the summer, like on top of the mountain or something. So then Owen looked into getting Cura?
C-U-R-A.
Cura.
Cura tent. They're
Cura
made
tent.
overseas, not in America.
Where is it made at?
North of England. I actually don't remember, but it was a small, really starting out tent company that was just coming out, and I was watching what they do, and then they took their tents wherever they were at, and they were at 30 below weather. And they put a little tiny heater in there, and it was like 60 above in there, and I'm like, that's the perfect heater that I want.
So we end up getting that tent. And then also invest in the Teton sleeping bag that is rated for what?
Mine's 35 below, yours and Bella's are 25 below Fahrenheit.
Yeah. Then we also got bunk beds instead of the air mattress because air mattress was just cold. And that was better.
Air mattress was horrible because every time you both moved, I flew off. And one thing about Yellowstone is I was a late sleeper because we're in the woods, so it's paper thin. And there was grizzly bears and bison and all this elk still out there. But there where we stayed was really nice because every hour they would come by on like a ATV and make sure everything was okay. But like 3 o'clock in the morning, I awoke to howling, and I'm like, what the heck is that?
Coyote.
But it was like 1 or 2 times I howled, and then it went away, and I'm like, well, I can't sleep. Can't sleep at all. But it was just crazy, because, like, this tent, I could basically see through it, and this is the only thing we got going on.
Yeah. And then remember when we woke up?
It was cold.
It was cold,
It was
and then
frosty.
there's elk. We looked out the tent, and there's elk like right there.
Do you remember though? I was trying to take a picture. It was like belted me away, taking pictures of this like wild animal. She's like this.
Yeah.
Pictures of it. It's like,
It was getting so close.
why would you do that?
That's why there's
And it had,
signs
like,
all
antlers,
over.
like 4 feet tall.
Yeah. I got a video of that too. She totally blasted around there. Yeah, don't do that. Yeah. So then we end up like upgrading pretty much everything. Learning that whatever we had, you know, was for more of a summer hot weekend camp. Like where we normally camp, it doesn't get cold, obviously. It's like, well, we always camp in Minnesota and summer is hot. Not like we're camping down south where it's really, really hot. I don't know. But we never went somewhere where it was freezing in the summertime. So
Yeah,
we decided to
July
upgrade.
average temperature is like 80 degrees.
Yeah. So then we upgrade for a while. And then Owen took the job and always staying at hotels. So we went from paper thin tent, our first camping experience, to a better camping experience, but it's still tent, and I still really, really, really love the tent. I really like tent camping. It gives you a different vibe. But when Owen decided to pick up a job where he has to stay in hotels all the time, we decided to look at an RV. So one day, Owen messaged me from work, like, maybe we should get an RV. Just a small one to check it out. And Owen, which RV did you choose?
Navi.
Our little Navi. How big was that?
How big did it feel? It's big. But I'm guessing it was from the hitch that hooks up to the car to the very back. It was like feet.
So it was like 20 feet, but the inside was like what, 17?
Yeah, 17 or 15, something like that.
Yeah, living space was like 17 feet. It was a small camper, and I actually really, really like it.
We went out to western side, and we never really get hail where we come from, but out there, every week we had hail.
Every storm, every time it rained, there was hail.
Right.
That was
And
crazy.
it had a tin outside, and then it would have like little dents in it, and you could hear all the raindrops in it. It was kind of aggravating, but we're new. We're just learning.
Yeah.
And then it was really nice. It was really awesome because I would be at work, and then moving equipment or trucks and stuff, and then I could be going to the next job site, and then April and Bella would be packing everything up, and then she could pull it. It worked out really good. But I had a crazy idea. We should go bigger.
Yeah, small one. I really, really like the small one because, like, Owen's always at work. Like, he's work all day. He come home just to sleep. And Bella and I actually lived in the camper. We're there all day. I love it because, like, literally I'm sitting in one spot, normally like the dining room table, and that's like the middle of the camper, and I always have the door open to make it feel like big. I just like it. The door always open. And I don't know. It's really cozy. I mean, it has a tiny little bathroom. Bella had
that bathroom. I hated the bathroom. The shower was just big enough for me to spin around, and then when you're doing your business on the toilet, when it was time to clean the process, you'd lean forward and you would whack your forehead on the door. Hated it. So the next camper that I was looking at, I needed to have a bathroom where I could
bend down.
do somersaults in.
Yeah.
Not hurt myself.
And Bella had a loft bed in that.
Took the boys climb into and off bed, literally.
Why?
There was no stairs, no ladder. I literally had to like monkey climb it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I got up there.
Yeah, so she's kind of had like a loft. And then, well, it's like kind of like a bunk. And then the middle bed was Olive's. Right there, Olive's bed. So it was just like the bathroom, and then Bella had like a little loft, and then the middle one was Olive, and then Like right when you walk in, it's our bed. And that's all there was. And we decided that, you know what? Owen wants to go bigger. He wants his own space, and we're always together, like all the time, all day, all night, because there's no separate rooms or anything. And he
Unless
wanted
you count
to
the bathroom.
go have your private spot in the bathroom. Okay. But no. So he wanted something bigger. And I also wanted something for Belle so that now she's like growing and I feel like she should have her own room instead of just having a loft and sharing everything with us. So we went bigger. And then we decided that, you know what, we like that lifestyle of traveling because at this time, Owen has a job where he's traveling all the time. And we started off with the Navy and we're traveling wherever he works. So then we decided that we're going to sell our house and get a bigger RV and live in it. We went full on RV living for about 3 years now. It's been 3 years. Wow. So we ended up going full on RV living where Bella now has her own room and she also still have a loft when she decided that she wants that cozy loft feeling. I don't know. It's nice for
I
us to
just
have.
like it.
She just like it. And
like
you know what?
Sleeping on lofts.
You do. You like sleeping in loft and you still sleep in the loft, but your bedroom, you just use it as hanging out spot. Yeah. So then we decided to go full on RV living. And then Owen decided that he's going to get a semi to haul it around.
That's a different story.
A story for another day. Another fire. But we really, really, really love this nice, relaxing, chilled
Look at the view.
lifestyle. Always have a nice view.
Forest, campers, field.
And there's always deer over there.
Mm-hmm. We have the best spot at this campground.
We got big trees.
What?
We got big trees.
We got big trees. We are away from majority of the
Campers.
rest of the campers. Not that we don't like the rest of the campers. I mean, we do like being next to other people. But I just like the space where right here, Olive can run around. See how big it is? And the thing is, a lot of campgrounds don't have room for like a big rig, you know, our setup. They don't have room for our setup. Like we went to 3 different campgrounds today and could not find a spot for ourselves. And over here they have a couple. These are all pull through. See, just pull through here, and those are cabin. And this campground here, this section here, was actually built last year, so it's pretty new, and we love it. We love this lifestyle. And I say, you know what? If you want to try it, don't wait until you think you can afford it. I mean, we started off with a paper thin tent to try out the camping lifestyle and invest in so much just to make tent life more
Glamour?
not more glamorous,
Cozy.
more comfortable,
Cozy.
that we're not freezing or we're not burning too hot, or
It's
yeah.
cozy.
It's cozy. We still love tent camping. And then we started small with
We always have the tent with us.
we do. We always have a tent with us just in
Yeah.
case we want to go. Oh, we can't see it from this view. It's inside there.
But it's nice to like sometimes have like a job park it at my job site
Mm-hmm.
and leave it there. Nobody will touch it because there's always somebody watching it. Throw the tent in the back of the car and just go somewhere and then stay for 2 or 3 days because right now we're like 9 hours from home. Everybody else I work with went home because they're not as far. So it's always nice to have that option.
Olive. It's okay, girl. She, right here, our guard dog.
And it is, the new tent is nice and roomy, but when you have all of us in there and then when you hear thunder or anything, she'll sleep on top of your head if she's for us under.
Literally.
She keeping you safe.
And warm.
Safe and warm. Yep, so anything else before we say go try it out?
Good evening, or good night, or whatever.
You gotta wash your camper. I can see the dirt in there.
Yeah. I'll clean up the camper and we'll do a 3-year review on how it's been. A walkthrough. Alright, bye.
Bye.